Good morning, everyone. It's Lovely with another wellness vlog, and it's day 10 of my 30-day meditation challenge. And I just listened to Sarah Blondin's Don't Forget guided meditation, and it's so interesting because it was so interesting and so timely for me. Basically, in that meditation, she talked about a big theme that she talked about was don't forget that nature is here for you, to tune in and tap into yourself and your and basically to that, simplifying, and there's a lot of concepts. Anyway, a couple of days ago, I was talking with my therapist and friends about the fact that I have been trying to deal with my anxiety, which I've had since I was a child, by using sort of coping skills and no longer using anti-anxiety medication, which is actually antidepressant medication. It's the same thing. And so I've been off medication for a couple of years. I think at least a year and a half, maybe two. And so I'm kind of on my own now. And so I've been looking at proactive ways of coping, and also like in the moment ways. And one of the things that I talked to my therapist about this week was that I had a day where I was basically triggered all day. My anxiety kept coming up and kept circling back. And one of the things that happens in my anxiety is that I will feel like I'm doing things that are like for self-care and basically taking care of business, being responsible, like laundry and dishes and bills and, that kind of adulting, right? And when I'm adulting, I have a lot of resentment about it. I don't, I'm not adulting going like, yeah, look at me, I'm a rock star. I mean, I do a little bit of that, but I have some resentment because, if it's a weekend and I want to be just relaxing or something, and I feel like I have to do food prep for my food plan or whatever it is, any type of adulting, I start to feel resentment. So that's where it starts. Well, then something will go wrong. For instance, I will use the crappy aluminum foil to put my vegetables on instead of the nonstick or the Silpat that I have. And the vegetables will, stick, of course, right? And I will, instead of just like rolling my eyes, what happens with my anxiety is it bubbles up, and I get enraged when the vegetables stick, and I want to fist up in the air, rage against the machine, feel like the world is oppressing me. And this is my pattern. And so in the past, I've sworn or thrown something, not thrown across the room necessarily, but kind of just thrown it on the thing, and been gotten very angry. And so a couple weeks ago, I had this episode, and I didn't do that. I didn't swear. I didn't get angry. My daughter was in the room, and I'm trying not to, blow up with the swearing. She's 9. But I had to leave the room, and I asked my partner, I'm like, can you take care of the vegetables? I can't deal, and I'll do what you're doing. And that was good. But what I was wondering about was, is there some type of, because when I'm not in that anxiety mode, I can see that it's, that's not a normal response to flip out and go berserk because your vegetables are sticking on the pan, and not that big of a deal in the scheme of things. But I can't see that then I just am enraged, and I'm working really hard to not show that I'm enraged to those around me. So one of the things that I came up with that I wanted to do in the future is to come up with some mantras that I can say in the moment to help me to help me calm down sooner. I'm always going to be triggered, that's that sort of fight or flight thing that happens, which sometimes is like fight, or, get incredibly angry instead of run, flight or get incredibly angry, which I guess is fight. But is there something that I can say? And so I'm listening to Sarah today, and one of the things that she was talking about is basically sort of like nature and life. Your life is here to love and support you. And a mantra kind of came to me in this meditation, which it's been a couple days and I've been like, I want to come up with a mantra. I don't know what the mantra should be. I want to come up with a mantra. And so this is what came to me. Life is not against you. She's telling you to slow down. And I think that's what the recurring theme is for me. I want things to go quickly. I have to do these adulting things, and I want to get them done. Don't make me, life, universe, don't make me have the vegetable stick. Don't make me, when I'm trying to put stuff away, have something fall and break and have me have to, clean it up. And so that's how I see it. But if I can shift that, that paradigm of like, life's not against you. Life's telling you to slow the F down, which you don't do naturally. I'm going to switch my glasses out now. Much better. And I, as I'm coming to this, the universe has a nice sense of humor. As I'm having this realization, what's happening in the moment that I'm having this realization? I decided to take the pretty road to work today, which is a very windy, beautiful road through the country hills. And sometimes it's 2 minutes faster. Sometimes it's, 4 minutes slower. It all depends. I didn't even look it up today, but I went on the road, and the only problem is you can get behind someone who's going very slow. And there are pullouts, because in California there are pullouts where people are encouraged to pull out if they want to go slow, and other people can go faster. Coming from New York, I love this pullout thing because, as you can imagine, I like to go as fast as humanly possible. Well, and then there are some people who just ignore the pullouts. Many people just ignore them. Not many, some. So I'm behind the slow person immediately as I'm starting this meditation with Sarah Blondin. I listened to her in the car. And I'm like, I can't even listen to Sarah. I can't even hear what Sarah's saying at first, because I'm like, is this guy going to pull over? Are you going to pull over? Are you going to pull over? How come you're not pulling over? That's a pullout. That's kind of that. There's a pullout coming up. And I'm like wanting to go faster. And it dawns on me finally, as I'm like, okay, just try to accept it. He's not going to pull over. And either you pull over so that you don't have to be on his, on his butt, or just let it go. And so I tried to talk myself down. Now this is all while Sarah's going on, and then she gets to the point where I realize the mantra, and I'm like, how you're thinking about the vegetables burning as a sign for you to slow the F down? The car in front of you is telling you to slow down, that you don't need to drive as fast as humanly possible on this road to get to work, that you will get to work on time. In fact, I'm getting to work right this second, and I have 3 minutes to spare. And you need to slow down. Slow down. Oh my gosh. And so it's such a, are you kidding? I've been raging against the universe, thinking the universe is against me, when actually the universe is, all these times, they're all similar. It's telling me to slow down every single time. So instead of being against me, the universe is actually trying to lovingly, kindly remind me of what I really need to do. I'm just like, what? So I just needed to share that, and again, primarily as a reminder to myself when I forget it, that slowing down is essential for me to be truly connected, truly realizing my highest self. And whenever I get super frustrated at life or a situation, to call in that mantra, to call in, life is not against you. She's telling you to slow down. So again, grateful for this meditation so I could come to this, because I was trying to come to a mantra on my own and was not able to. I'm lovely, and so are all of you. And here's to another day of tuning in and receiving.